Welcome back to part 3 of our stream of consciousness programming experiment, where we're working on a text adventure. As you may remember, we've got it so rooms now display. We get prompts and we can do some basic responding to input. We respond to exit. Alright. As I mentioned, I'm going to switch this to a regex equals, where it's now expecting a regex, and we're expecting the string exit. We want this string to start with exit. And we don't really care what they write after exit, and we want it to be case sensitive. $sign should be the beginning of the string, caret should be the end of the string. I may have those swapped, but we'll find out if it suddenly stops working. Still doesn't respond to anything else. However, if we have exit followed by anything else, we're still in here, so obviously I did this wrong. Alright, well, since I'm obviously forgetting something stupidly simple, I will show you one of my favorite tools for Ruby. We are going to go to RubyLR, a Ruby regular expression editor and tester. So that was our string. Our option was case insensitive, and our test string was exit. And we're getting no matches, which probably means that this is actually the... Yes, I in fact had them switched. Let me assume that $sign is the end of the string. It is in fact the end of the string, which if I scroll down here, yes, start of line is caret, end is $. That's what I get. We should now get our much more expected behavior. Alright, cut exit. Which is fine for now. We can make it pickier, but if you type exit and then just start beating the keyboard randomly, I'm going to let you out of my program. Alright. So we get input, we chomp it off. We need a response. So we're going to parse our input, get a response, and we will put that response, and then loop back around at the beginning. I've now decided I wish to change display room to instead be get room display. And I want it to return a string. The reason I'm changing this is because I want my response that I generate from parse input to be able to call get room display if we go to a new room. So it's convenient if we can just generate this as a string. So by default, a method in Ruby will return whatever the last computed value is. So I don't really actually even need to bother assigning this to anything. We want a new line character after our room description. Then we're just going to immediately append exits, and that should be a proper room display. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna, yeah, because we're not using puts anymore, so we'll just have one new line, which parse input. We're now left with a little bit where I'm actually going to thinking about moving this up here because our parse input is basically just going to return a text string. We could have it return a pair of values or have it parse input actually do the displaying itself of the response and just have parse input return true or false. But I want to keep that up here. So we'll have our little inline return that will exit for us if they type exit. And just to have a little message displayed after they leave. See you next time. That will run after the while loop ends. Alright, so now we're parsing input in a room. Things we're looking for, we're going to want to check if they enter something we recognize as an exit. There's actions, and there's items. I forgot to give actions a key. No. I'm lying and wasn't reading my code correctly. Actions is just a set of arrays. And man, I've only been away from this code for 10 minutes. Imagine if you took a week off and came back. So we'll definitely want to clean that up at some point. Let's start with movement. Movement's one of the basic actions. So let's see. We're going to, from our current room, we're interested in the exits. And we'll store them locally. Let's see. I believe what we're going to want to do here is we can take our exits. And we're going to select over those exits. We're going to hand in a block that takes an exits pair. And if our input matches our, we'll just use direct testing for right now. You can come in and add case insensitive later if you wanted to. And I'm pretty sure there's a neat way in Ruby to just turn a string straight into a... Actually, what I'd probably do is I would store my exits as regexes, probably. I'd add a third one. We could add a third one, which is the matching regex that we expect this entry to. I think this will work. I haven't tried it before. Let's see what happens. E should match E or... Well, it's going to be case insensitive. E. Actually, let's write this in Rubular. That'd be so much better than doing this by guesswork. Let's see. East. Go east. Move east. There. Actually, I'm not sure I want to respond to the last two, but we'll we'll think about this for a minute. Let's see, east or east. East or let's say a single word. So let's say word of some length, space. Actually, that's kind of redundant. I think we can specify this at the beginning. Yes. So now we will find. I want them both. How do I do an optional? Yeah, question mark. Not quite right. Oh, because once again. And this is why I love Rubylar. It helps me when I'm being stupid. Question mark should be 0, 1 characters. Oh, I need to make this a set. Of which there can be the amount. There's probably not a great way to do that without just repeating myself, is there? That should cover. Okay. Probably a better way to do that, but this is a fairly robust way to just ignore a first word as long as you've got a direction after it, which is going to give some weirdness where if they say look east, they're going to walk east, but we're not making a terribly robust game right now. In fact, I've probably really overkilled this. Yeah, as we're closing in at 15 minutes. This is the danger of easily getting sidetracked. Alright. Well, when we come back, I will fix this for west. We'll extract these two variables because we don't want to be repeating them each time. And we'll see if we can get moving finished.